The first days of the RMS Titanic were filled with a quiet kind of magic. The kind that only exists at the beginning of something truly extraordinary. Please subscribe. As the ship moved steadily across the vast Atlantic Ocean, there was a feeling among passengers and crew that they were part of something bigger than themselves. Something historic. Something unforgettable. No one could see the future. And because of that, these early moments carried a sense of calm, confidence, and even excitement that would later feel almost unreal. When the Titanic first began its journey, everything appeared perfect. The sea was calm, the sky often clear, and the ship itself moved with a smoothness that impressed even the most experienced travelers. For many passengers, this was their first time on such a large and luxurious vessel, and the experience was overwhelming in the best possible way. The gentle vibration of the engines, the sound of the ocean brushing against the hull, and the steady rhythm of life on board created an environment that felt both powerful and peaceful at the same time. Passengers quickly began to explore the ship, and what they discovered left a lasting impression. The grand staircase, with its elegant design and soft lighting, became one of the most admired spaces. Walking through the corridors, people noticed the fine details, the polished wood, the carefully designed interiors, and the sense that everything had been built with purpose and care. It did not feel like a typical journey. It felt like stepping into a floating world of its own. For first-class passengers, life during these early days was filled with comfort and luxury. Meals were served in beautifully decorated dining rooms, where conversations flowed as easily as the courses being served. People dressed well, not just out of habit, but because the environment encouraged it. There was a sense of occasion in everything, from morning walks on the deck to evening gatherings where music and laughter filled the air. At the same time, second-class passengers experienced a level of comfort that was still impressive compared to most ships of that era. Their spaces were clean, organized, and welcoming, offering a balance between affordability and quality. Many of them spent their time socializing, reading, or simply enjoying the journey, appreciating the opportunity to travel in such a remarkable vessel. In the third class, the atmosphere was different but equally meaningful. Many passengers were traveling in search of new opportunities, carrying hopes and dreams for the future. Despite having fewer luxuries, there was a strong sense of community among them. People shared stories, sang songs, and supported each other, creating moments of connection that defined their experience on board. While passengers enjoyed their time, the crew worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that everything ran smoothly. From maintaining the engines to managing daily operations, their efforts were constant and often unnoticed. Their dedication was a key reason why the first days of the voyage felt so seamless and well-organized. As the days passed, a routine began to form. Mornings often started with fresh air on the deck, where passengers would gather to watch the endless horizon. Afternoons were filled with activities, conversations, and exploration, while evenings brought a sense of elegance and relaxation. This routine created a rhythm that made life on board feel stable and predictable. One of the most striking aspects of these early days was the sense of trust people had in the ship. The Titanic was seen as a masterpiece of engineering, and this belief influenced how passengers experienced the journey. There was little concern or fear. Instead, there was confidence and admiration for what had been achieved. The ocean itself played an important role in shaping these moments. Its vastness reminded passengers of the scale of that journey, while its calmness during these days added to the sense of security. Standing on the deck and looking out at the water, many felt a connection to something much larger than themselves. Looking back, what makes these first days so powerful is the contrast they create with what is known to come later. These were moments of peace, enjoyment, and human connection, untouched by the events that would soon change everything. It is this contrast that makes the story of Titanic's early days so unforgettable. More than a century later, these moments continue to capture the imagination of people around the world. They remind us that even the most famous stories have beginnings filled with hope and normalcy, moments that feel ordinary at the time but become extraordinary in hindsight. In the end, the untold story of Titanic's first days is not just about a ship or a journey. It is about people, their experiences, their emotions, and the way they came together in a shared moment of history. It is a reminder that every great story begins quietly, often without anyone realizing just how important those first moments truly are.